Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the number 10 seed in the playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. First down here for this offense. The back's got it.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Running back has it on a screen now. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball, he had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
The offense will take make their first 10 out of the half. The talk strategy here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Breaking free at the 35. Tough running there. Breaks a tackle, picks up the first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. Oh, the reverse. Got a lane. Can he get in? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in there.
It's blocked. It's picked up. This is a live ball here. So off the blocked PAT, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Washington State's offense back on the field now. Remember, last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out in the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. Fresh set of downs to the offense. First down. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. First down. They're going to throw the football. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington State. They're set now to try the PAT. Extra point puts them in front by 1. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. They'll try the right here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
To throw, it's Hart. He's moving out of the pocket. Plenty of time back there in the pocket. He's going to throw to the right.
Well, that's a great job by this defense of getting pressure with only 3 pass rushers. That leaves 8 back in coverage. It makes it very difficult to find an open man. But boy, you'll play that defense all day if you can get that kind of pressure with just 3 guys.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Quarterback drops back. He's looking deep here. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Who could not stop him? He's in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The gain moves the ball to a 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second- and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Receiver makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive, and a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
Washington State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Point after, up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring touchdown in their last possession. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Dropping back. It's Hart. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a 4th down now. The Aggies will line up to boot it away. returner tackled right there. That's when we'll start the drive. Here comes the Cougars offense back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here. And I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Second down play coming up. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner is brought down. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just no.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Linebacker shifting around now. Back to pass. It's Hart. He's going to take off here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got his man in the open field. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening that. Spot the ball at the 22.
But the option keeper here for a big gain for this Texas A&M quarterback. It's reminiscent of a guy like Johnny Manziel who could do so much damage when he played for Texas A&M. But they've had others going back to Bucky Richardson. And how about Reggie McNeil? Great history and tradition at College Station with those athletic quarterbacks.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Hart. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Man, I love these big receivers. This time he's able to use his big frame to almost box out the defender on that slant route. If you've got good timing, and this is hard to stop.
Texas A&M is now operating in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Hart. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Check this call on 1st and goal. Receiver gets the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. 2nd down and goal upcoming. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And we're able to get him down. Here we go. After a long drive, it's 3rd and goal. Can they punch it in or settle for 3? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's swarmed by the defense.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and it can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Interesting choice. The field goal will give them the lead, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. Snags the quick throw. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They'll hand it off. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And here comes a deep shot. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. To throw, it's Hart. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Offense looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on 3rd down? Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. The sure hands, it's Baker. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Runs through the defender. Slides to avoid the big hit. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Powering through the defender. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, A&M.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass finds the tight end. The offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They look to throw it here on second down. Gets made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Second down, we're going to throw it. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Minna's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Grab made by the tight end. Tackle made after a big gain.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, great throw here by the quarterback and a big gain here for Texas A&M's offense. Great route by the wide receiver and the ability to go up and make a play. Boy, they've had some great ones over the years.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Pressure is coming. And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. Crucial third down play coming up. Back in motion now. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
That's exactly what the coach, I'm sure, talked about there at halftime, is the defense is going to be out there on the field first. We're down in this football game. We got to get pressure on this offense, come up with some plays, and get the ball back to our offense. That's exactly what they have a chance to do now.
The punt will bounce and head out of bounds. Takes the returner out of play. The Washington State offense back out on the field now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's an out route, the catch made, and the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, they spread this defense all over the field with that 5 wide receiver set. It puts a lot of pressure on the offensive line to give the quarterback enough time, especially on third down. They held up just long enough, and the quarterback makes a great throw for this first down.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And he'll set up to throw. Makes a quick catch. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
This Washington State offense is moving quickly down the field. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Second down after that previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Chris, really good job here by the quarterback and the receiver, but the defender does a good job of elbowing just enough to keep him out of bounds and prevents the first down.
No, kick it away here. This one will be fair caught. Comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. A gain of 2 yards, now it's second down and 8.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Looking to pass. It's hard. Bringing pressure. Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Here's a quick throw off the play fake.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Here comes a handoff. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get first downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
And they convert on 3rd down to keep this drive rolling. And the wideout goes in motion. Can he make it to the marker? And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36. And the Aggies pick up enough yards to move the sticks. He'll hand it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
The offense has done well to choose some clock here. Now they'll come up on 2nd down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to pass this time. Looks left and finds his target there. We saw him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Aggies. Just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
Empty backfield now as they go for two. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Trying to extend the play. He makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead.
But we know this quarterback is a threat throwing the football. Here he uses his legs to get this 2-point conversion. Nice call.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Washington State's offense back on the field now. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's right. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. Washington State getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
Will he score here? Touchdown, Washington State. This quarterback on fire today. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast. But I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT is good. They still trail, though. And now a timeout is taken. The receiving team wanting to talk about things here before the kickoff. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they get down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
After a 1st down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Scanning the field. It's Hart. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
Well, I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? Again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Here comes the Wazoo offense back on the field. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? As a design quarterback keeper. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Contact as he threw it. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. The junior quarterback showing toughness, standing in there to take the hit. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Washington State. This offense really clicking. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. Receiver in motion now. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Back to throw. It's Hart. The pocket breaking down. Oh, and it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th
quarter, it's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here comes the Cougars offense back on the field. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
That's the 2-minute warning as the clock stops. Give both coaches a chance to strategize here before the time runs out. Getting set. Here's second down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Now it's second down here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And a timeout is called to talk strategy here. Tie game late in the fourth quarter. They move the ball into good position, but now it's third and long. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Second and goal for the offense. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Ball handed off. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Man, I really thought on second goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead trying to catch the defense napping by running. Man, does it backfire.
And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. It's good. This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages. That's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. They get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.